What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here with me tonight. Guys, I just got out of Topgun Maverick a little bit ago, and I must say, this is going to be the summer blockbuster to remember. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the first one and the new one, compare the two, talk about the first one a little bit, talk about the second, and tell you what I like better on what aspects I like better of the first one, which one in total I like better. And spoiler alert, it's the second one. It is the second one. Let's dive into it. Let's dive into it. Let's talk about the first one a little bit here. Okay, let's start with the first one. So the first one, you got great 80s. It's just an 80s popcorn flick. Now, the music, tremendous. The score, tremendous. For the time, the fighter pilot scene, the fighter jet scene's really good for the time. You've got Tom Cruise. Really, this is really the launching pad for him. He was already popular before this, we know, but I think this is what really gets him to where he's at today. Do I like the first film? Yes. Do I love the first film? No. I just rewatched this going into Maverick the other night, and I liked it better than the first time I saw it. But at the end of the day, it is, I don't want to say it's hollow, because it's not, but it's not a coherent plot, story-driven film. There is a lot of good, there's a lot of good scenes. The movie feels a little bit scattered, but, you know, it pulls together enough to make a solid 80s film. Not a great film, by any means. Nostalgic, yes. Great film, no. Like I said, the high marks for me, the music and the score, because I'm a sucker for 80s anything. The volleyball scene, amazing. Let's just get that out of the way right now. And, yeah, it's just, it lacks a little bit in the story part. You've got good chemistry between the two leads, Kelly McGinnis, Tom Cruise, and also between Cruise and Val Kilmer. But it's a scattered movie. There's a lot of scenes with fighter pilots. You know, there's like a scene here with them. There's a scene here in training. They're training here. They're training there. It's not really leading up to anything. Really at all. And then at the end, you know, it does. You didn't know it was, but you didn't know it was going to. It's just, I don't know. It's just basically a training montage for the Air Force. It's cool. It's popcorn fluff, but it's not my favorite 80s film, and I'm an 80s, like, nerd, okay, to say the least. Love the 80s. Not my favorite, but let's jump into Maverick. Now, you need to see one before you see Maverick. Okay, you need to see one. I guess you don't need to see it, but you're not going to appreciate two as much as you would. And also, by seeing Maverick, it makes you like the first one more, or at least it did for me. So with Maverick, guys, it takes everything from the first one that I feel like could have been done, and they do it here. Whether it be because of technological advances, whether it be just because of a better written story, whether it be, I don't know. It was the perfect blend of, yes, you have you have a summer blockbuster here, but it's also a technically good film. This thing, it's nostalgia driven, but it doesn't rely on nostalgia driven, if that makes any sense, guys. You have Tom Cruise back. You don't have Kelly McGinnis back. I don't think she was invited, but that's okay. You have Jennifer Connelly as the love interest this time. You know, if there is a weak point to this film, I guess it's just sort of unnecessary, but it was good. It was well done. It was well told. Val Kilmer returns. He's not in it much, obviously, with the throat cancer, but at least we got him a little bit. Miles Teller plays a really good goose son, okay? I'm not sure what I'm trying to say there. He was fit for the role. Yeah, just, you have the new Val Kilmer, played by Glenn Powell. Fun fact here, I just found out my buddy, his sister dated him in elementary school. Small world. They're both from Austin, Texas, so that explains that. He does a really good job in here playing the douche weasel type guy that Kilmer played in the first one. And God, look, this is a practical movie. I mean, all the stunts are there. Cruise is doing his own stunts. To see these fighter pilots in action, it just takes what the first one tried to do, and just 100 times over. It's just better. It's just better. You could go back with fond memories on the first one. I wasn't around then, so I don't have them. Even though I do love 80s films, I like the first one. I do. I really do. But this one, it's just a better movie. And for a movie to come out 36 years after the first film, it is a very rare treat that we get the second one to live up to it. And personally, I think it's better, you know? That is a rare treat. It doesn't happen much, if at all, really. Cruise is still at the top of his game in this film. I heard he put the cast through a rigorous training course, and it paid off, because this is a very well-made film. Yeah, like I said, you have the nostalgia also. The opening, oh, I love the opening. I mean, it's like the font, the text, the intro. You have the same score as the first one. Then you lead into Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. That was great. That set the tone for the whole movie. You didn't need to rely on the nostalgia, but it set it up nicely. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much this video. I just wanted to touch on the two and tell you which one I like better, and the aspects of 1 and 2 that I both liked and both disliked. And like I said, I don't have many dislikes for the Maverick. I really don't. And it's like, I don't have a ton of dislikes for the first one. It just doesn't mesh as well. So, guys, if you can see this, this is a theater must. You need to see this in the theater. Don't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray or 4K. Go see this in the theater. I'm planning to go back maybe to see an IMAX. This is an IMAX film all over. This is going to be the film of the summer. And this might be the highest blockbuster, the highest money maker of the summer. That's yet to be seen. It's going to give Spider-Man a run for its money, though. So make sure you go check this movie out. I don't even need to say anything else. So go catch a flick and let it be Top Gun Maverick.